What's going on, H-Town? Welcome to Kickin' It, brought to you by Kroger. My name is Dorian Valenzuela, and this is your spot to get to know your favorite Houston Dynamo FC players just a little bit better. And as always, we do it in two parts. The first one is called First Kick, and this is where we get a chance to take a deeper dive into their lives on and off the pitch. The second part is the fun part. It's called Extra Time, and it is a free-for-all. That's right. Anything goes. And today we're going to have a ton of fun because we are kicking it with Marko Maric. Marko, how are you doing?
Hi. I'm good, and you?
Good. Enjoying the weather. Texas weather's looking a lot better these days than the summer.
It's a little bit cooler now.
A little bit better. We got to jump straight right into it. This is the second season in MLS, but this is the first full season without the bubble, without having all the experience that happened. When you joined the club, you had one home game, sold out game, and then the bubble happened. And then now we're back to kind of the new normal. Talk to me a little bit about that transition into MLS for you.
Yeah, it was, I was quite excited when I signed for Houston Dynamo, and was looking forward to enjoy it in the way of the stadiums and in the way of the season. But when COVID hit, it was hard for everybody. It was such a new situation for all human beings, and for me it was a tough year because I didn't saw my family. I'm alone by myself. It was I say every time you can only learn from stuff like this. You can get a better person. You can see what you can do the best. And of course, I was sad about not playing in front of the full stands we had against Galaxy. And then, of course, we had the second game against Kansas. It was also a full stadium. And then Orlando was nice, but it was not the same feeling. But we was all I was happy that we at least could play some games. But it was a tough year to come in for everybody, and especially for me. It was my the first year. It was challenging.
Definitely. You mentioned, when COVID hit, obviously we were told to stay in. You had to stay in the bubble, and you missed family and so on and so forth. So how important was it for you to have guys like Adam like this in the team that you could interact with, and you kind of have like that family away from family,
Yeah, it's very important. That's a good part about soccer, is that you meet people you will maybe never meet in your life. So, and Alias Struna Kiki was last year here. We was living in the same building, so he helped me a lot out. And of course, Adam and his wife, and Kiki and his wife helped me a lot. And that's such an important thing in soccer and football, to have people around you and just do the best you can.
And as we slowly transition into kind of getting back to normal, so to speak, how is it for you to really start feeling a little bit of what Houston has to offer as a community, as a city? How are you now officially adapting, even though it's your second season, to the city of Houston?
Yeah, it's. I was walking around. You had the time to walk around. How we say here, blocks, like to see the streets and everything. But I'm still taking care of myself because we are playing and we get all these tests and stuff. So I'm taking care not to come into too much publicity, just to take care that I'm ready for the game. So was ready for the game. So I think it will need to be, I would say, everything back to normal, and that I can enjoy everything what Houston can give.
Talking about MLS, people that are getting into the league that obviously are in the States and from outside of the States, they try to figure out, how it is to play in this league. For you, in your experience, what can you say about the MLS that just makes it that much different than anything else that you've, partaken in?
I think that MLS, when I arrived, I said, I maybe put a too big statement, but I said, for me, it's in the top 6 league in the world, just because of all the environment you have around it. Because I think a lot of, I would say, Americans don't understand how hard Europe is, and there's not so much flow in the leagues where you play, and not so much glamour. I'm talking about stadiums and all this stuff. So, and I'm talking to friends who play in the league that they're saying like that the league is very hard. The league is underrated. There are good players coming from South America and also like from here, homegrowns, and people who are coming from Europe. They're all good players. So it's a very challenging league. It's I think, a growing league, and I think this will continue for the next 10 years to be maybe one of the best leagues in football or in soccer.
Also, a lot of your teammates have a lot of nice things to say about you. Obviously, Adam is one of them that talks about sharing coffee with you and having a good time with you. But another person that is important in the locker room in that scene is Ian Hoffman. Talk to me a little bit about that relationship with Ian and how that kind of comes together.
Yeah, when I met Ian, I was quite happy that somebody speaks German, so I don't have to speak English the whole time. I mean, if somebody could tell me that I would speak English that much and that good in my way, I would say never. But yeah, for me, Ian, when he came in, I'm getting also older. Like, I'm 25, I'm still young, but I just wanted to take care about him because he's alone here. He's new to the team and new into the league, and just to help him out how football or soccer works, to tell him that there are up and downs and it's not everything garbage, and you will have hard days, you have nice days, but being like I would say like a bigger brother, just to help him out, and if he needs something, he can call me anytime, I think this is important. And I think we have a good, to be honest, we have a good dressing overall. If you come as a new player, as I was, it's very welcome. But it was important for me to take care of Ian. I'm not his dad, but at least like a big brother, he can see me like this.
Absolutely. And then also, Marko, I think your personality is that of a leader, right? So how have you assumed that role in the locker room as a leader, as a mentor, not just to Ian, but to the younger players that are looking up, trying to learn the ropes, How do you take this responsibility of being such a leader?
Just to try to be honest, I try not to fake much. I have a click in my head when I can lose my mind, but I try to be like very honest with everybody, and I learned it through my years from players who took care of me, and I learned from them how they are doing that, and not to be too arrogant to my teammates, because I'm a normal player, like I'm like everybody, but I like to help in every situation as possible and take risks on the same way, because I'm not afraid of anything, and meaning that is like I like to take responsibilities.
That's awesome. And with that, we'll head on over to the second part of this, which is called Extra Time. And this is just a little bit more fun, more relaxed. Let's talk about music for a second. Is there any particular genre that you listen to that gets you hyped up for the games? Is there any genre that you listen to in your free time that maybe relaxes you? Share a little bit about what your playlist looks like.
My playlist is all over the place. I like to listen to everything from rock to hip hop to rap. There's everything there. Also, my home music, like from Croatia or from Balkan, of course, is up there. But I listen to everything, to be honest, and I have no special way where I say, "Oh, this is my music type." If there's a good song out there and I like the beat and the pump, I will listen to it.
What about food? A cheat meal? Is there anything in particular that you're like, man, today's my day off, I'm gonna have a little bit of a cheat meal, I have to have this? What is it?
First of all, I say it's my mom's kitchen. That's not in the ratings. But when I have to go for like a cheat meal, it's gonna be like, I said it already 100 times, but like a taco, a burrito. I love pizza. I love Italian kitchen a lot, like pizza and spaghetti. But that's my go-to, like pizza, spaghetti, and tacos or burritos. I love this kind of food.
Have you ran into any special spots here in Houston for tacos, or anything in particular that you love?
Not really, to be honest. Eddie, our kitman, I told him like last year already that we will go for good tacos, because I know he knows all the best taco places in the city. But I told him this year, because COVID calmed down a little bit,
right,
the % of end of the season that he can show me a really good taco in Houston.
Of course. And last of all, Marco, what is your ideal day off looks like? Like, what do you do in your time off when you get to kind of get away from the training grounds and from the field and really focus on yourself?
But it's taking coffee. It's 99% with Adam Lundqvist and his wife, or with Ian. That's one type, and then just chilling and still doing some stuff. Like I'm never like sitting down. I'm doing every time something for my body, because you can't really have a real day off on the off season, in the season. But that's just simple. And of course, PlayStation. I play a couple of games like Warzone or FIFA. So that's like my day off.
I'm a FIFA guy myself. So have you been playing the new game yet, or have you had the opportunity to?
I just got the PlayStation 5, but I really didn't put it on because they're actually from my brothers. But I played a lot of FIFA 21, but I will buy it now as soon as I can.
Yeah, so what do you like in FIFA? Do you like when the game is more realistic in terms of, game style, or do you prefer when you get to have a little bit more fun and it's more of a video game rather than real life?
I only know one thing, that I lose my nerve in FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
Until I don't, I didn't have to lose. I don't care how the game is. But yeah, it's taking a lot of nerves in my off time. But no, for me, like FIFA, the games are developing crazy. When you see, it's almost like a real game. For me, FIFA is a good example for people who didn't maybe made it into like professional soccer. I'm also a big fan of this EA Sports thing. I think that's very cool. I watch sometimes like the tournaments, so it's quite funny.
Yeah, and obviously we've got a couple of stuff brewing there for us as a club. And from 1 to 10, if you can rate yourself on Warzone, what would you say?
Like I'm playing Rebirth now. To be honest, I don't play on the big Mac. On the big Mac, I will rate me very low, like a 4. But on Rebirth, I will give me a good 6, 7.
Okay,
I'm more like the guy who likes the action, the fast things.
So you know what you're doing. And will there ever be a time that we're gonna see a streamer, Marko Maric, come on Twitch?
That's not me.
That's not you?
No.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either.
No, that's not. I don't see me in that, so I'm rather being private and doing my own stuff.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for taking the time of talking to us and just kind of joking around. We appreciate you. And of course, we're looking forward to what you're going to be doing on the field wearing orange coming ahead.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.